That's a PlayStation controller. He does have a point there. Oh God.
Until you find your way back home.
Alright, what is going on, everyone? It is Jack. I am going to be reacting today to a diss track. I haven't reacted to any of these, but I have found them highly entertaining over the last couple months, whether it be just the cringe that's in them or the just complete fire that is being spit. It doesn't matter. I am entertained nonetheless. Like some of the ones that Jake Paul came out with were cringy as all heck. But then when people started throwing them back, it became even more entertaining, and then it was just an endless circle of people feeding views off of each other, which is a very smart way to go about expanding your channel and your brand, if you ask me. And honestly, most of them probably don't even have real beef. Some of them do, but the one that I'm going to be checking out today is one that was released less than an hour ago, I think, by RiceGum. And it's it's a diss track to iDubbbz, or on iDubbbz, whatever. iDubbbz kind of destroyed RiceGum with the content cop that he came out with, and then the diss track. I don't like to pick sides, because I've been entertained by both of their content over the years, so I will not pick sides, before or after. I'm subbed to both channels, and I'm going to stay subbed to both channels, unless they delete their channels, pretty much. But yeah. So we're going to check this out, and give me your thoughts pre-diss track and post-diss track down below. There's a general consensus that it has stayed fairly the same over the last couple weeks based on this issue. But without further ado, let's check this diss track out. I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to censor it. If I don't censor it and they end up demonetizing it or age restricting it, then I may re-upload it censored, because, you know, YouTube ad apocalypse. Yeah, I posted live streams of COD World War II and they demonetized it. I was like, really? I've posted live streams of games before, and I mean, I don't think I swore that much in them, but whatever. Thanks, YouTube. You're the best.
A bunch of other frickin' lies. Frickin'.
Coming with the bathrobe on top of his house again. Taking a similar intro.
I'm who you're obsessed with. You look like your sister is the girl that you have sex with. Yeah, do you get the message on Twitter? Thread rape, we should get this guy arrested. But I'm flexing, can you get these sheep out my mentions? How can I be mad, bitch? I sleep in a mansion. Try to hold me back, but I keep on advancing. When I'm looking at his hand, ooh, that shit's so gigantic. I'm coming still, bitch, my pockets feel 100 bills. I'm in the hills, bitch, my soul just did 100 mil. They're telling me to stop flexing, but I'm stunting still. I ran it up all of a sudden, bitches wanna chill. Hey, you done crawled out your little cave. You gotta go, but I can tell that you a little gay. Somebody stop the school shooter, he look filled with rage. Speak on my name, little bitch, I put you in the grave. In the wraith, I see stars like I'm KO. Bitches chase me, I don't got no time to chase hoes. For the song, I was gonna make y'all wait though. But like age 3, I had to let the weight go. I remember I was broke, I couldn't dress a lot. Came out from nothing, little bitch, that's why I flex a lot. How much money did this cost? You better guess a lot. Is this nerd ever getting pussy? Shit, I'm guessing not. Yeah, he used to get picked on, he a big nerd. He don't got no points, he confuses you with big words.
Did he have an Xbox in that car?
Like a midterm. Egg
Xbox controller, I mean.
Yeah, I'm yellow when I'm flying, call me Big Bird. They try to see me start to fall like September.
No, that's a PlayStation controller.
Comments, but remember, how you go support a guy who proudly says the N-word? I ran it up fast, I feel like
He does have a point there.
See, I'm getting mad, bringing up the past. H3 stop beating snacks, bitch, you getting fat. Flew out PewDiePie just to fuck him in the ass. I ran it
Oh,
up
God.
fast, I feel like the Flash. You can see I'm getting mad, bringing up the past. H3 stop beating snacks, bitch, you getting fat. Flew out PewDiePie just to fuck him in the ass.
Hey, you can't do this. You gotta stop this instant. You don't own these streets. You can't just dance here.
Wait, who turned off the beat? Boy, man, fuck a beat. You're a stalker, Ian. You think about me every night. He's definitely white. You might as well be Asian because you're obsessed with rice. Bill Gates' face, body like a Girl Scout. Someone tell this Avery Millhouse to take a couple pills and chill out before I knock his grill out. I cannot have it, you little mini Bob Saget. Get your fucking ass kicked. Why don't you buy yourself some thicker glasses? You look like Inspector Gadget. As far as that girl I drove, sorry if that offended you. I guess I was on some other shit. But now I'm guilty yet again because I'm about to expose another bitch. You're a 27-year-old game nerd who roasts now because dude thinks he's cool. We're just lucky he got this far in life without shooting up a school. Fuck with RiceGum and your life's done. You little squirmy hater, I didn't know the Shermanator was a nerdy skater. Don't threaten me with your viz, Mr. Vanilla Isis. You're the definition of what white is. Hell yeah, I get big checks. You never seen anything like this. So since you like to make vids, the next one you make can be about how pathetic your life is.
What is this? I mean, an ISIS reference. That's... But then again, iDubbbz does proudly use the N-word.
But I'm flexing. Can you get these sheep out my mentions? How can I be mad, bitch? I sleep in a mansion. Try to hold me back, but I keep running fast. And when I'm looking at his head, ooh, that shit's so gigantic.
Well, that just happened. I'm not gonna lie. It's not what I was expecting. At all. I mean... Honestly, I can see both sides of why people think one person did better than the other. Because Rice kind of did, or Brian, kind of just did prove a lot of the points that iDubbbz was making about him profusely flexing and shit. But, then, and I mean, at least he didn't deny a lot of the stuff. He admitted to the live stream comments that he was making, and he was like, I mean, yeah, it was in the past, but he also made a good point to point out, like, if you guys are giving me shit for things I said in the past, then why don't we take a look at what he has done and said in the past? And hasn't been anything better, honestly. And if you watched the reaction to the content cop and some of the stuff that Rice was saying about it, I mean, he put multiple clips of iDubbbz just casually and proudly dropping the N-word like it was nothing. And that's not really something that people are usually okay with on social media or just in general. And especially in the way he was using it. I'm not saying there's a right way to use it, but he just didn't really have a care in the world when he was using it, and that's not really cool by many people's standards. So I can definitely see where Rice is coming with that. And I mean, iDubbbz, his track, after the little cop scene at the beginning, he literally just like starts it out with, I want to be gay. So it'd be kind of hard for Rice to not just dig on that and just, no pun intended, pound him for that comment. And I'm not gonna lie, I lost my mind when PewDiePie popped up, and I was like, wow. Like, he really went to insane lengths to make sure that his video and track and everything were like as hyped as they could be. And I don't know, I just find all of this amusing. I'm just a guy in college just trying to make it. I have so many videos that I need to edit and things that I need to do and real life problems I need to worry about, and these guys are just a couple of years older than me. I know Rice lives in Cali, but I don't know where iDub slipped off the top of my head. He's probably said it before, or whatever. But they're like people like RiceGum and all them are a couple years older than me, living in mansions in California with quite large sums of money to their name. And I mean, hey, some people make it, some people don't. But there comes a point when you have to. Okay, I'm gonna get on some deep shit. So if you're into that, you can click off whatever. Hope you have a great rest of your day. But if you want to stick around, that's fine. It comes to a point where you need to realize whether you're doing it because you want to do it and because you enjoy doing it, or if you're doing it for the money. Right now, I'm clearly not doing this for the money because I make little to nothing. I had one video that got me $150, and that was the first video of mine that went viral. I wouldn't even say viral. That's why I say quotations, because it's only at like 100,000, 120,000, 109,000. I don't even know. It's over 100,000 views, and it's one of the reactions I did, and it wasn't even a high quality one. It was one of the first ones I did it was the first one I did to a TV show, and it was the season 7 premiere of Walking Dead in my lounge in my dorm room last year with some of the guys on my floor and in my building and girls in the building too. And I mean, I made some money off of it, cool. But I mean, other than that, I make little to nothing. And so these guys, you can tell, aside from the clickbait and all of that, some of them you can tell do it because they love doing it. Some of them you can tell do it for the money. And then there comes a point where you're doing it for both because it becomes your career. And I think when this becomes a career, unfortunately, a lot of people's mindsets change. And for some, the content becomes better when that happens. But for some, the content becomes worse, or it becomes more dry, or just not as enjoyable anymore. But, regardless, I'm sitting here in school as a production major, and I am thoroughly enjoying watching these people with large sums of money waste it throwing shade back and forth to one another, because I'm just like, I mean, you don't need to do that. There's a lot better things you could spend your money on and time. But you do you. RiceGum and iDubbbz and Logan Paul and all those other YouTubers that are blowing up right now. Props for creating the followings that you guys have. Props. Alright. I think that's probably going to wrap it up, because I don't want this to be too long, because I want to get it up fairly soon. Leave your thoughts on the whole RiceGum iDubbbz thing down below. Comments. And as always, this has been Jack from Group of Gamers Inc. 194, and I'm out. Peace. Do you have an Xbox in that car? Xbox controller.
Okay, she just shot at my ranks even more.
That's a PlayStation controller. He does have a point there.
She might have killed more people than Brown's now.
Oh God!
Just to fuck him in the ass.
Oh God!